are separate. We are separate. We are separate today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. The Kukis demand separate administration. 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 No separate administration. No rest. No separate administration. No rest. No separate administration. No rest.
So actually, my name is Sean, and I'm from Manipur, Imphal. So this protest is about the second year anniversary of the Manipur Violence. So it happened on 3rd May 2023, and this is the second year happening. So this protest is regarding that one.
I heard your team were asking for separate administration.
Yes.
What is this?
So basically, separate administration is the reason being now we cannot even for our people, the Kuki community people, we cannot think about living with our neighbors anymore. Our initial neighbors in Imphal, we cannot think about living with our neighbors. So that actually means the Meitei people. Yes. So we are asking for separation from them. We want some kind of solution in terms of separation. Yes.
Okay, separate administration means what? Different state or something else?
So what we are trying to ask is for a different administration altogether, which includes possibly a separate state. But then again, let's see if that is the thing. But if not possible, then we want a UT kind of module where the Pondicherry model can be inculcated again.
Okay.
Yes.
What is your organization's name?
So our organization here, the ones protesting here, we are Kuki Students Organization, Delhi and NCR, KSO.
Since when you are doing this protest and everything?
So this protest has started ever since the 3rd May 2023 started, yes. So till now, I think we have done more than 5-6 ever since the violence started, yes.
Initially, in past days, we heard a very violent news, a kind of very violent protest and everything from Manipur.
Okay.
So, what is the current position right now?
The current story has not changed so far as at least what I know. Because if there was any kind of solution or resolution for that matter, we wouldn't be having this dharna protest here.
Okay. You all are coming from Manipur or you are from Delhi?
So we, like I told you, after the Manipur violence happened, we fled Imphal, Manipur. And we've relocated and we've been here ever since then. I personally have been here for quite some time, but quite a lot of people here have shifted ever since the violence happened.
What are your plans in future after this?
Me personally, are you asking me personally or
for
the community as such?
Yeah.
So community as such, we want the separation like what we asked for. So when you think about it, separation not just means getting a different state and all together. But then again, come to think about it now, what I've seen or heard so far is separation does not just mean separation from our people. When I say that we need constitutional rights, that is always there as a citizen. So we are here for protest for that. And for the future, what we are actually asking or demanding is some kind of constitutional changes that can help us and the other community on the same context.
What kind of constitutional changes you are asking? That already we have a constitution which is applied on every citizen.
According to the constitution, everybody has a right for asking or demanding for the separate thing. But then again, tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Now, since you're asking me that question, let me ask you back another question. What has the government done so far? Ever since this violence happened 2 years, what has the government done so far? Tell me one thing.
That is a separate question. I am asking you.
No, since you asked me the question, let me ask you back again. What has the government done so far?
I am not aware what government has.
Exactly, you're not aware. That's the reason I'm telling you. So that simply means, since you don't have the answer, that simply means that the government has not done anything so far. Had government done anything, now think about this. Recent thing, Pahalgam attacks happened.
Yeah.
Government was straight into it. ये कब की बात है? पिछले हफ्ते की बात है?
ठीक है.
ये कितना साल हो गया? 2 साल हो गया?
2 साल हो गया.
Government ने क्या करा अभी? That's my point. What I'm trying to say. If this could have been done within the first week or the second week itself. 2 साल होना भी नहीं था. अभी ये पहलगाम अटैक के बाद में everybody is talking about that. Now what I think about it, see, this is just my thought. So what I'm thinking is, what if that पहलगाम attack was staged? और अभी उसके बाद में जाके पहलगाम में अभी पूरा न्यूज़ वहीं पे है but no news is now currently is on Manipur. लेकिन what has been happening? सबको पता पहलगाम में क्या हो रहा है.
Terrorist attack and separate.
Terrorist attack, exactly what I'm saying. But government was straight to do it, right? उन्होंने करा. मैं आप no आप बता रहे हो. No, I'm not. No, I am.
Listen me. Telangana was separated after 20 years of protest. Jharkhand and Bihar separated after 13 years of protest.
Okay.
And you are protesting from 2 years.
No.
I'm looking at
no. Correct.
You are asking us.
No.
Right?
Yeah. It's a valid thing. Since you're talking about Telangana, I studied in Hyderabad when this protest was happening for Telangana state.
Okay.
And for our reasons, I graduated in 2008 actually. But because of the Telangana state, my certificate में उसमें लिखा 2011 because of Telangana issue के वजह से. Okay. So that separation happened after 20 plus odd years. Correct. But now this has happened. Telangana में issue कुछ नहीं था. It was because of the caste system and उसके वजह से था. Correct. Now, because of the population की वजह से, now ये जब हमारे ऊपर में जब ये अटैक जब हुआ था, गवर्नमेंट वाज नॉट. अब आप एक बताइए, मैं आपको मारने के लिए आता हूँ, and you don't feel safe. You are always threatened by me that I'm going to attack. Either you complain or मेरे ऊपर कुछ कार्रवाई हो, या तो फिर you do something alternative. That is another thing. That is what we are. So and now Pahalgam वाला thing. When Pahalgam happened, the very day itself, government was straight to action. I'm coming back. Now after that, everything that has happened after the Manipur incident happened, it was always overshadowed.
Okay.
उड़ीसा का ट्रेन डिटेलमेंट हुआ था, उस टाइम में फिर गवर्नमेंट डायरेक्ट पहुंच गई. उस टाइम में भी हम 1 महीना ही हुआ था जब ये मणिपुर का वायलेंस हुआ था, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट वाज स्ट्रेट टू एक्शन. मणिपुर में अभी तक एक्शन नहीं लिया गवर्नमेंट ने. आप एक बात बताइए, होम मिनिस्टर खुद गए थे. होम मिनिस्टर जिस दिन गए थे उस दिन को भी अटैक हुआ था इम्फाल में, एंड होम मिनिस्टर जहाँ पे थे उसके इन दैट 2 किलोमीटर रेडियस में ही अटैक हुआ था. आप एक बात है, तो उसमें अगर कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं, पहलगाम में डायरेक्ट चले गए, मणिपुर का ओवरशैडो हर समय हो रहा है. जायज बनता है that we are doing this, right?
One last question, that what are the basis of the separate administration? As we talked about Telangana, it was caste and language. For other states, it's not different.
No, okay.
What are the basis of your
So
demands?
our basis is basically we cannot live with our neighbors anymore. Now after this has happened.
On the basis of what? Yeah, culture
we don't feel,
or
no,
religion
no,
or language
it
or
has
what?
nothing to do with, again, it has nothing to do with culture or religion. But it's about when a certain community has been targeted into killing. I was there when this happened. I brought my mom.
There's always a point for this, no?
Yeah. Obviously, there's a point. Now, when this has happened, now tell me, can you guarantee me? चलो आपके साथ ही चलते हैं. आपके example, I'm just giving you an example. Now, if I go land in Imphal airport, you will be safe. I will not be safe. That I can guarantee. I can write it right down. Now, अगर वो मैं रहने के लिए लायक में नहीं हूँ, so instead of living together, might as well just
My
live
point
separately.
is, what is the basis? That, like in India, we see there are differences between religions, between languages, between castes, or even between regions.
When the enmity has gone that deep, grown that deep. Now I'll tell you, if you pan this camera around, there's a barricade here.
Yeah.
Do you know why the barricade is here?
Tell me.
Meitei community is going to protest that side.
Okay.
That's the reason why. And हमें निकाल दिया गया. Why? Because of just this barricade won't be able to hold this many crowd. Now you tell me, अगर हमें ये बैरिकेड रोक पाएगी उस साइड की कम्युनिटी हो या हमारे, लेकिन वो प्रोटेस्ट उस तरफ करने वाले. There's always a chance that कुछ होगा. So when हम यहाँ पे भी अगर नहीं रह सके अपने स्टेट में, can you tell me? When the whole structure,
you are not asking.
I'm coming to that. When the whole structure has failed already, when the government of Manipur has not done, Manipur government has not done anything for us, abhi tak, how do you think that we can live? Then when the enmity has grown that deep,
I got your point, but you are still not.
it's
asking what is the point? What are the basis?
The basis is for us. When you think about it, we cannot live together anymore.
On what basis?
When there is genocide happening,
Genocide. Again, my point is still there.
the word will be very strong for me as a lame person. The genocide word might be very strong, but if the organization says it, that's another thing. But for me, for a layman, genocidal thing, the word might be a little strong. But when the community at large is not feeling safe in their home state anymore, better to live separate is better. So this is just as a constitutional right, as humans, as citizens of India, we are demanding the government. That is the basis.
Okay, thank you.
The armed Kuki militant who was caught on camera with weapons in their hand in their so-called peaceful protest, who seek the same militant group who seek to divide Manipur forever. The Assam rifle just a kilometer away stay silent in action when our people were chased off from their home. This is the story of a Meitei daughter, Icheben, who runs for her life while protecting her father, whose eyes are struggling to focus in the dim light and smoke. At that moment, she isn't just a daughter, she is the eyes of her father. Also, imagine being separated from your child, being separated from your loved one. How would you feel at that very moment? If your brain has separated.
Hello, sir. What is your name, your organization name, and the cause you are here for?
My name is Dr. Seram Roses. I am the convener of Delhi Meitei Coordinating Committee.
And you are here for?
We are here to mark the second year of the Kuki military aggression on the indigenous peoples of the Meitei community. On the 3rd May of 2003, the Meitei houses in the Kuki dominated districts, in 4 districts, for the first time that the Meitei never imagined that we would be attacked in such manner. But on the 3rd May, the armed group, the thousands of people came with the AK-47 rifle, with arms and ammunition. They came and then they attacked the Meiteis on the in Torbung and in Sochampur and also Ikou and also in Mori town. These are the 4 districts where the Meiteis are the minorities and the Kukis are the majorities. So they are actually attacking the Meitei community, and then that is how the problem started. And today, that is why we are marking today, because this is not only an attack on Meitei, but this is an attack on our Manipur, collective identity of Manipur, of the people coexistence, because Manipur is for 34 communities and we have been living with the love and peace and caring. But from that day onwards, they attacked the community because they wanted a separate autonomy, they wanted a separate administration, and also they wanted a united Kuki land, the independent united Kuki land. So that is why they are attacking this time, because the Meitei are one of the backbones of the Manipuri united forces. So if they can attack the Meitei, they can attack any community, because not only the Meitei community, they have also started attacking many small communities right now. So that is why we are marking today as that you cannot divide Manipur, you cannot try to break Manipur, because Manipur is for 34 communities, and today we stand together that we will be united, because whatever you are doing, you are using terrorism as your means of getting your political means, because they continue to attack on Meitei community. But unfortunately, what today we are saying to the government of India, that why you are allowing Meitei, the Kuki terrorist groups to attack the arms, to attack the civilians in Manipur. That is how we are demanding.
Okay. I was here, the cookies were protesting as you asked back.
Yeah.
I have heard that also. And they were asking for the separate administration. You are right, they are asking for the separation.
Yeah.
So what is the basis of that separation?
No, they have no basis of the separation. That is why they attack the community, because they know that if they attack the Meitei will also retaliate. Because the Meitei are always trying to live together, even the Meitei numbers are large, but still we all are living together as one body. But they also know that until and unless they attack the Meitei community, they ethnically cleanse of the community from those areas, then they will not get their objective. That is why they started attacking on the Meitei, and of course the Meitei also have the counter attack on their in Imphal. But the most unfortunate thing is that the state government and the central government, the police forces and the armed forces, they completely fail to protect such kind of attack. So we are asking that, will you allow such kind of violence in any other state in any of the India, that if they wanted a separate land or separate state or separate territory, will they attack the community? Because they have to fight with the state government, they have to fight with the union government, they can demand with their aspiration. But how can they attack a community for their separate administration? For example, if I give an example, like if Telangana people started attacking the Andhra people for their own statehood, what would happen? Like there are Zarkhan, there are movement in the what is it, a separate state for the Nepalese in the in.
My next question is the same. We have seen that there has been the differences between the communities on the basis of caste, language, or other basis, and there has been the cases where separate states got divided on basis of that. So why you are saying that it cannot happen again in Manipur?
Have you, like for example, in any India, the separate state or territory cannot be allowed on the basis of religion, on the basis of language, because there is no basis. Even the State Planning Commission did not allow that the states should be divided on the basis of the religion. In the basis of religion, you cannot divide the state on the basis of religion. One, if you allow state to be divided religion, then how many Muslim states will be coming in the UP?
So you are saying
If
that they are asking separate administration on the basis of religion.
on the basis of the community, of the exclusive community, that they are demanding that only the Kuki will live, all the other community will be chased out. That is what they are doing. They wanted only for exclusive pan Kuki territory by cleansing those Meitei community.
CM of Manipur was from your community, Meitei community,
Yeah.
and still you are saying that the protest and the violence has not been controlled.
Yeah, it has not been controlled. The state forces was not supporting the central security forces. What, of course, the chief minister was a Meitei, but he was actually working as a puppet of the central government. He did not do anything. He did not try to stop the violence. So he was actually working. And again, number two is that the central government have taken already all his powers from the day number two. He has already taken all the power of the day number two. The Union Home Minister was directly in charge of the Manipur conflict from the day two. Many forces have been coming. Many state forces have been deployed in Manipur, but they are not trying to stop the violence. They are not stopping the violence. Rather, they are watching the violence. They are watching the two community to fight each other, to killing each other, so that they can actually maybe divide it on that basis.
You all are coming from Manipur or from somewhere else?
No, we are all based in Delhi, and I will also add to one thing, because there are many violence happening in Gujarat. In Gujarat, how many Muslims were killed? More than 2,000 Muslims were killed, right? But did they demand for any separate administration for? I'm referring to 2002. Did any Muslims demanded the separate administration? हम तो हिंदू के साथ नहीं रहेंगे, वो ऐसे कुछ बोला है क्या? There was a riot in Mumbai. There was a riot in other Delhi riots are happening. The riots are happening. But did any of the community saying that you cannot come, we cannot live together with this territory also only for land? It is never happened in history of India. It never happened. And state cannot be created in such manner.
Okay, if they are attacking you on the basis of your ethnicity, then why you are saying you are not accepting this separatism?
No, because money. No,
They get separated.
no. And again, one thing is that the Kukis are the new people. They are the immigrant people, because they are recently coming in Manipur. They are migrant. In fact, they may be on 200 years or 550 years. So they are not very old people. So you cannot make a lane for the migrant people. They are the migrant community. They have no basis in the formation of their own state. For example,
Claim on the land you are saying.
they are a migrant maybe maximum 300 years, but the Meitei are living for last 5,000
The
years.
population ratio of Meiteis and Kukis.
Now, Kuki would be around 14% or 15%, and the Meitei would be around 45% of the whole population. But because of the law, the Meitei have been restricted to live only in the Central Valley, but the Manipur is a hill state, as you know that. Only 8% of the land belongs to the valley area, and 92% are the hill area. So the valley is just part of the hill. So you cannot divide land on the basis of hill and valley, because valley is a hill. So you cannot divide on that. And the valley cannot survive with the hills, and hill cannot survive with the valley. So this is the cosmology of the land. So how will you divide on that basis? You cannot ask that the Uttaranchal, the Hindu Uttaranchal cannot go to the hills. So that is an injustice.
What will be the next step of your organization?
No, next step is that just forget about the Manipur. You see that Manipur is a multi-India. There are 34 communities living nicely. But if you're allowing to divide community on the basis of their demand, on the basis of the violent attack, then how many states will come in there in India? India has a multi-billion population. So you cannot allow. So we are not saying only for Manipur, we are saying that the multicultural ethnic Manipur should not be divided on the basis of your violence and terror, because you are doing terrorism for separation. Like look at what happened in Kashmir. What Kashmir wanted, some of the militant wanted separation from India, but they are killing the innocent people. So what is the difference between the terrorists in Kashmir and the terrorists in Manipur? Because they want separation from Manipur and they are killing the innocent people. They are not fighting with the Indian state, but they are killing innocent people for separate administration. So that is why this tool is not acceptable. That is why we are saying that it cannot be acceptable.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So to demonstrate that coexistence is possible, I want to first tell you that on this very stage in the morning, the Kuki community held their gathering. So if that's possible to do on the same stage, coexistence in the same state is also possible. To demonstrate it further, I want to put on a bag which was given to me by the Kuki community back in 2024 and show you that the Meitei scarf and the Kuki bag, everything can coexist if you have the heart and the desire. The Honorable Member of Parliament spoke about that this is unprecedented. Yes, it is unprecedented and we need to take unprecedented steps, and I'll quickly come to them. But before that, I have two suggestions. We need to speak about truth, and for that, what we propose to do is have a Truth and Reconciliation Commission with parties from both sides coming and sharing facts as they are, instead of misinformation being floated, which is the root cause, which is being used by the politicians who only believe in Rajniti. Rajniti is the niti to rule, not govern. So we have to ensure that this is a politics of governance, of harmony, of peace. In my last speech here, I had proposed that we send 1,000 trees from the Meitei community to the Kuki community. So on that endeavor, today I am pledging that the first sapling I will donate to you for sending to the community of the Kuki people, and the rest 999 DMCC and other people put together. Can we take a pledge together today that we will send fruit-bearing saplings so that we can shift from hatred to peace and from drugs to trees? Can we all take a pledge on that? Thank you very much. Now this problem is also partly not only because the government facilitated an arms handover and this massacre, it is also because almost all constitutional institutions failed this country and this state. This includes the Supreme Court of India, because it has not listed the matter for about a year and a half now. Had the Supreme Court heard the matter in the very first week, none of us would have been here. And this is a trend which is there in the Supreme Court today. And the Supreme Court needs to be rectified, and that's why I am calling for a march in May. The march to the Supreme Court on the 9th of May at 11 a.m. Let the whole country come together and demand that the Supreme Court work as per its duties, responsibilities and mandate, and not per as its whims and fancies. Will you all join on the 9th of May at 11 a.m. at the Supreme Court? I don't hear a resounding yes. Honorable Member of Parliament, this is my specific request for you. I want your attention for just a minute. This entire issue is also because the President of India failed to act in time. We have let 270 people die, but we are ready to go to war for 26 people who have died in Kashmir. This is the state of this country. So, Honorable Member of Parliament, my request to you, amongst other members of Parliament, is that I have moved a representation for the impeachment of the President of India on the grounds of her laxity for Manipur issue, which has led to a total collapse of national security, something which even Pakistan and China have not been able to do. And that's why she deserves to be impeached, and this impeachment can only happen through the parliament. So I hand over the reins for this cause to the member of parliament to take this up in the parliament. And my last concluding thought, today I also held a small protest gathering, and I am going to submit a memorandum. This memorandum is related to my last speech here, which was about that Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, Ajit Doval, Ajay Bhalla, all of these people deserve to be in Tihar jail. Today I am moving a memorandum to General Upendra Dwivedi, the Chief of Army Staff, for the arrest of Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, Ajit Doval, Ajay Bhalla and everyone else responsible. And this arrest should happen by the 10th of May, not the 10th of May 2026, by the 10th of May 2025. And if they don't do it, we will all gather outside at Kartavya Path on the 10th of May evening and ensure that this work is done, because this is what the law of the land is, and it applies to everyone equally. Thank you.